Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to our Lord Liverge in Penfro in the county of Dyfed in Western Wales, and welcome back also to the 10th century. We just came into the 900s and recently, we have still of course a period of kind of high instability. Wales itself, or our kingdom, is in infighting, which we are not really involved in, but the ancestors and the great sons of King Rothri. Let's have a quick look. The great sons of King Rothri are fighting for the crown of Wales, and it currently does look like Itval, at the moment completely landless prince, my brother-in-law, so the uncle of the current king, is going to be made king by his by our the Duke, actually, by Duke Arthur. So there's infighting going on. We're staying out of it. We are, on the other hand, like allied to the Mercians, and therefore we also went to join them in their defense of let's say Scottish aggression. Here the High Chieftain of Cirkin is going south and attacking West Radeon. Of course, we came to the aid of the Mercians, since Liverge is like just and also impatient character, so he wanted to rush and rightfully help his friend or like ally. Unfortunately, now we're on the retreat, since we realized that a huge army is awaiting us and there's no chance of us really helping out. So we're trying a retreat right now, and let's see where this goes. And let's just go into the game and see. Of course, we're leading it ourselves, by the way. And let's just see how this continues and where we're gonna end up. Starting this, there's like on a little bit of information from my side, kind of organizational. Let's stay here in Southern Mercia actually for a while. And I saw that it's in my mod list. You're welcome to check it out. But there's the Catholic Trinity, a mod which should display the Catholic Popal Conclave a little bit better. I think it's basically the system from CK2. So there are cardinals that are voting for certain candidates, and it had deactivated due to it wasn't compatible to the most recent patch, and now it was possible to activate it. It's compatible now. However, when I did and I checked it out here, I just saw here this button for show the College of Cardinals, but it didn't really refresh. So I didn't see any cardinals. So I already asked the developers, but if you might know the mod or have an idea, let me know if I can just activate it half in a given save and go in with it, or if I need to start a game with the mod. So much about it. Back to the game. We are connecting ourselves at least to the Mercians and see where they lead us. I mean, we are kind of outnumbered heavily. And still... Oh, they're going to the sea? I mean, they are our allies. We are following their strategy, and there's nothing that really... apart from his clothes, the Saxon style clothing, a problem that we've encountered several times already. There's nothing really that makes me not follow him. He's generous, zealous. I think he's like, he can convince us pretty much. And we adjust, and of course we follow his lead. That's why we're here. Alright, blood and spit. Apparently Elot spit in my ward Rodland's food during a dinner a few nights ago. Who's Elot again? Alright. Elid. Okay, the son of the Duke of... Okay, wasn't this guy that we got to educate at some point? Anyways, he spit in the Ronwen's food, your guest and ward. No, Ronwen... that's the daughter, the sibling of... No, the daughter of our Duke, okay, and her uncle, basically. Spitting in her food, okay. It seems as if Ronwen is trying to tire Elot out by not reacting to his spelling. No matter how many times Elot calls her a troll spawn or slaps her across the cheek. Just ignore him and he will grow bored. I think that's the wisest. Or maybe he's an impatient man, but we're doing it because we were asked, but we're not that much involved. Anyways, our daughter learns the language. There's apparently no other language to study at the moment. And Fallen Sun. The conflict between Strathern and Mercia interested me little until my council summary of the Battle of Biggar appeared. I know immediately that something terrible has happened to my son. There amongst the dispatched it reads, "We confirm Hiffet was killed staunchly, resisting the mercy and armored footmen. He was slain by Makkus, Marshal of Mormer Gilablan, in a fierce encounter." Oh my god, that's so sad. Ooh, he's kind of a fighter, but yeah, our poor son died, slain in battle with 25 years old. He was, I think, our steward also. And Marcus will not get away with this, my brave son. Lustful, diligent, we don't really know him, and how is he just, temperate? Yeah, I mean, justice would be that, I think the strong sense of justice would speak to be the rival of Marcus, to trying to revenge his son. Of course, temperate on the other hand, and impatient. Yeah, I feel like in this case we are a little bit tending towards hating Marcus and making our rival due to our facts, and so I'm gonna use the die as once again, and I'm gonna give it a 1 to 4 up here, but maybe our mild side, our little bit more temperate side is coming through at 5 and 6. So, but maybe we might get impatient and yeah, angry. And we roll a 5, but we're not. Livage, despite the pain and the terrible situation of losing his son, he still remains not a vengeful person, and therefore we're not gonna be a rival of Marcus. Alright, stop. And it was here in this very battle that we are actually winning, but yeah, we're winning because they're getting sieged down here. We're gonna still lose the war, I'm quite sure, but of course we're gonna fight it. What are the changes that affect us in this case? Are we losing the alliance we lost the alliance with the Mercians, of course, due to the missing marriage. Can we somehow renew it? Not really. Well, let's see what we're gonna do about it. Anyways, we do have, is she still at our, yeah, she's still here. Our grandson is now the new heir. Livage, another Livage. No, we are Livage in the Tiff fight. Our father was okay, I'm getting confused with the names again. Anyways, he's the current heir to our throne, and it's our grandson. And there's another one in line, so we're not gonna die out so easily. Also, we have other sons with Melquin up here, so this should be no problem. Apart from the emotional damage, and of course we need a new steward after our son has left us. And yeah, I think there's nobody really like standing out. Why we don't have a friend or anybody, right? Who's we do have friends, but he's incompetent and a murderer. Oh, and we do also have Alfot, my half brother, as a friend, who's already our marshal. So I think in this case we're gonna go for him. Why not? He's quite competent. Erguanan Macfinachta. Still confused. I think it was one of the friends of our father. He's from the Irish, or at least his father. Who knows? I'm getting a little bit confused. Maybe I should start to keep a database to keep track of all the characters that we encounter. But yeah, he will take care of our steward, of our finances for the moment, and while we stay up in Scotland commanding the armies, grieving and burying our beloved son. Yeah. We have to get a new successor for this one out. Yeah. The only thing we can do is grieve for the moment. However, we're not taking the distress to some extent. He's a kind of a balanced person. That's maybe the reason why we didn't even end up in rage or search for revenge or craving revenge. Or now we're retreating because the Scots are coming back. I'll actually speed up a little bit. Yeah, very great military skill over here. Yeah, we're getting. Are we getting out? No, of course we are. Are we still? Alright, who died? Also, okay. Your brother Lud was trained in the battle in this in the retreat. Alright. Which is the next death we have to grieve from. Another stress, still not that much, we're not breaking down. and which we just appointed, we need a new successor over here. I think now we don't have the money, so we have to keep this knight or this position empty for the moment. And yeah, is all of our army destroyed? Pretty much think so. No, and we are back in kind of, we took a ship back to Diffid down here from the coast over here, and I think this campaign is over, and we lost 2 people already. Our new store. Yeah, well, he was taken prisoner. We don't have the money to bail him out, and our brother, the Chancellor, has been slain as well, so we have to reassign 2 new court positions, and since he is already court physician, antiquarian, and so on, yeah, he's our marshal, then I think I'll just employ them. There's no strong tendency, then I will employ them by qualification, which I will not always do, don't get me wrong, but at the moment there's nobody to stand out for me. If you feel like there's somebody that would make a lot of sense, let me know, and I will happy to follow some suggestions. Melquin learned Norse, so yeah, then continue. Maybe you can learn Gaelic. After fighting all these Scots, it might be useful to know that. Yeah. Well. Who's that? We have a small... we lost also our main alliance now with the Mercians with the death of our son. So it might be worth a look at the possible betrothal partners for our grandson now. After, yeah, we need to take care of the succession. What shall Livarch? Who shall he be? Yeah, marrying. Wessex is, of course, might be an interesting partner. Is there a daughter around? Nope, not really. Essex. Is there any interesting... I mean, they're age-wise a little bit too far away. There's already... I think she's a little bit older. Sinedrith of Essex. Is there any chance we could get here actually with together with our grandson? No. But it wouldn't even give us... it wouldn't even give us a marriage. But Petty Queen Agifu, maybe we can improve our relations a little bit to her, and then I think it would, and then we shall see where if this will be enough for a alliance or marriage. We can at least try. So maybe that we keep her in mind, Miss Sinedrith, and see if we can sway her a little bit to the better. But what happened to her actually? Like, one-eyed, okay, scarred, and then these big cheeks are a little bit of a weird face. Well, and then of course the Saxon clothing style that we still don't understand that much. But well, it is what it is. She can also learn Gaelic, then let's do this. And of course we lost the Mercians, lost the war to the Scots, and seeing we are making Alba kind of at the moment the most dominant kingdom here on the British Isles. While over here the Norsemen of Connacht and I think in the future of Ireland are really taking over, and yeah, it have taken over and made the entire Irish island a place of Norse, of paganism and of Viking lifestyle. The things we do. Sometimes I think that there's no one I would rather spend my time with than my wife Nest. Of all the things to do in this life, we enjoy so many of the same ones. Oh, wow. True love, how wonderful. Yeah. Maybe the death of their common son and yeah, these hard times have been like gluing them a little bit more together. We do have a domain focus available, and yeah, what are we gonna do? Professional workforce, we're not doing so much right now, but probably. I guess we're gonna go for centralization and then maybe we switch back to military. Yeah. Whilst this move, to be honest, I think it's always hard to really like roleplay the lifestyle traits because they have this fixed order that you have to follow in a tree. So it's not so easy to pick always a fitting one. Let me know if you have good ideas for such a system too. handle this one. Or what's, but I think I'm quite okay if we just change it a little bit and go back to military later. Angarahat comes of age. I'm so proud to see my daughter no longer as a child but as an adult. Despite being a chatty child, Angarahat at times finds it difficult to get along with people. Few at any court would be overly impressed by her grasps of etiquette, but at least she does not know how to hold her own in polite company. She's turning to a adequate bargainer. Yeah, not the most impressive person, but okay. Oh, and she's already betrothed to Eldwin of... I forgot about this. Referred Song of Wessex, so... Wait. Ah, yeah, okay, the grandson. So actually the direct successor of the House of... the Throne of Wessex. And... Wait, how did he... Like, the strong and intelligent man... Did they kind of power game over here, the House of Wessex? Or is it just Alfred's wisdom that's pushing through, I guess? And then randomly the strong man. Well... Not gonna be of our house, but at least some ancestors gonna probably or hopefully have very good attributes. Well, we can designate a garden for our nephew Nineveh. Well, he's a scholar, so okay, he gets also a scholarship education. Anything we can do by this point? Not at all. So I think it's, again, time to lick our wounds and see what is happening. And yes, of course, I also forgot in the meantime to let you know that we have a new king. Well, I mean, it's not our direct king, but King Idval was installed here by the faction demand of our duke in the end, and is the new king of Wales, but just with the little tiny... I mean, he just have the county of Ceridron. Actually, who had it before? Was it Rufon? Wait, was Rufon the king before? Yes, he was, but he's still quite powerful, has a strong claim. So, and the Duchy of Gwynedd. This is going to be interesting if there's going to be a comeback or something, and if the Duchy of Gwynedd is going to, yeah, fend off the king or his uncle again. Quite interesting, by the way, also that here the Duchy of Powys, oh, it's only 2 counties, it's just limited to 1. Who's doing this here? The counts up here in Lancashire are direct vassals of the king. All right, good to get the overview. What do we have to deal with? Well, first of all, it's a legitimized bastard. All right, so this might explain his different looks also a little bit. He's impatient, generous, and chaste. Quite a holy man. All right, we shall see where this ends up with. But yeah, all this talking. There was conquest of the Duchy of Man by a Northman army. Alright. Okay, but it's just about the Duchy of Man, so I think we shall even... It's kind of a topic, fending off the Northmen, of course. By the way, we turned into the most developed... Our District of Penfro is like more developed than the seat of the king at the moment. This might change quickly again. And also our... brother-in-law is... Who is... We just... of course, our brother-in-law here, Rodri Cuddle the Third of Rodri. He's the Duke of Powys, we just talked about before. Is declaring war also on the Kingdom of Wales 4. But they're also selfless. He's not attacking for... He and the former king are attacking for another brother-in-law, Prince Merthin. And who is... Okay, sorry, and I also mixed once again something up. He is the Earl of Cheshire and of Isle of Man and the Duchy of Isle of Man. Okay. And another uncle of the former king, so the half-brother of King Rothry. So yeah, the infighting in the Aberfraw family is continuing. Kind of historical as far as I know. So these ancestors, King Rothry, actually, just a small historical detour from what I learned, is kind of a mystical or legendary figurehead in Walesian history. And he was one of the first ones to actually reunite these countries. However, obviously not under like a strongly called Kingdom of Wales. But he was had a very strong position, but his sons, like here, kind of started infighting and it broke apart in several duchies again. So we shall see if we just stay in instability or if we end up in a split or dissolution of the kingdom again. We will see. Anyways, in this one, I don't have a strong orientation to none of them. In this infighting, we just stay neutral and keep our feet still, and rather wait. And yeah, also against the Norsemen, I mean, after all our defeats and the recent losses, we're not really in the position where we want to, yeah. We're not really in a position where I think I need to get involved in the next war that is not affecting us directly that much. The official. A powerful local official in Diffid recently passed away. Given his prominence and his reputation for being a just and kindly figure, many mourned the loss at first, until evidence of immense corruption was discovered among his belongings and documents, ranging from bribery to involvement in smuggling to abuses of local peasants, like outright theft and assaults on peasant maids. The villain cunningly covered it all up under his benevolent facade. After all this came out and we learned of this mind-boggling magnitude of his corruption, it's certain the region will do much better without him. He fooled even me, if only we caught him while he was still alive. Alright. Control growth and popular opinion. Death of a secretly corrupt official. Okay. Well, but we're not losing... Yeah, we're still like increasing, so no problem over here. Only the popular opinion is pretty bad of us. Chafing control, what this... somebody was... it's been a while, but where the effects come from, but apparently we're not very happy. People are not very happy right now. We'll survive. We do care so much for them, you know. Dirty toothbrush. By the way, Liverch, I accidentally dropped your toothbrush in the chamber pot, Selach says. After I halt in shock, the courtier says, I was just joking, haha, you should have seen your face, don't worry, your toothbrush is fine. Selach has been pulling a lot of harmless pranks lately, so it's likely she has just joking around again, and further investigation suggests that my toothbrush is as clean as ever. However, a part of me is still uncertain. Well, first of all, let's just think it is. I'm not sure actually if toothbrush are a thing in the medieval. Maybe. If you know, let me know in the comments. Would be nice and interesting to know. Probably I'll forget to do my research in this case, but yeah, interesting stuff. And how do we feel? I feel uneasy, but alright. Throw it out, get a new toothbrush. Well, it's about belief. I mean, the just only if you have clear evidence would just feel like a really good attribute to make your decisions sound. Temperate, impatient, yeah. I roll the dice. I think we don't never have the real clearness in this terms of character about this. So let's see. It's a 4, so throw it out. Get a new toothbrush. Silly one. Yeah, she's sick and trying to annoy me with these stupid jokes, yeah. Not the biggest fan of hers. And how are we doing with our swaying over here? Like nothing has happened so far, alright. This is okay. I mean, in the meantime, we can have a look if there's another good chance for marriage somewhere. Maritime mercantilism, okay, yeah, well... Oh, actually, that's very nice for us. Oh yeah, this is in our culture now. The world may be ruled by armies, but this culture knows that it's truly controlled by whoever dominates the flow of gold across the seas. Okay, this is... Coastal holdings and counties of this culture provide an additional 10% tax. Trade port line of buildings can be constructed one era earlier. Alright, I'm not an expert on the buildings right now, but we don't have slots anyways. But maybe with the next slot. But interesting to see. Didn't really observe the culture tab. So now we have poetry, Highland warriors, longbow competition, and also maritime mercantilism. I mean, probably a good pick since given all these coastal provinces of the Cumbrians. So thank you. Who actually established it? Probably not Tim, but former kings. A lot of events today. Alternative taste. Lately, regular activities have not done it for me. Physicians have recommended various ointments, but nothing excites. As I grow more and more desperate, I stumble upon some books hidden in the bottom of a pile in a merchant's stall that depict some unusual activities. I find that I cannot stop turning the pages and heat is stirring in my loins. Really? Secret deviant is okay. Socially unacceptable acts. I mean, a little bit impatience, but we also temperate, so we don't expect so much from life. I think it is once again a 50-50 dice roll. And we end up with a 6, and of course he is better than this. Recently always taking the hard way, Leverage. I think maybe he turned a little bit grumpy also and introverted. After the loss of his son and with the growing age. I mean, he's 53 already. His beard has always been impressive, but yeah. What in the world has my ward Ronwen doing in that wardrobe in the servants' quarters? Playing hide and seek, she claims. She looks like a fool, smiling, flustered cheeks and drooling, barely hearing what I'm saying. Oh no, I know what happened. She must have seen 2 of the Scalders. Plucking a chicken together. What is undoubtedly lust in Ronwen's eyes. Shall she be lustful or chaste? She's with our son. She is married to our son. Restrain you, Randy little bugger. Save it when we are grown up. How do we feel about it? I mean, we're cynical, so we don't care too much for the Christian chasteness or anything. And at the same time, we're impatient and I would like, yeah, go ahead. Temperate is and once again, 50-50 dice roll. And a 6. And of course, restrain yourself. This is no way for a lady to behave. Which leads to a wonderful breakdown. Mental break, dark thought. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish. But what could possibly help? Well, I think I'm also gonna handle this one. Yeah, flagellant, but I'm not really Christian. You know, I doubt this is really helpful. Donating to charity. Also kind of Christian based. I was just about to say, normally in these breakdown situations, maybe you act a little bit differently because you're mentally overwhelmed. Normally I would roll the dice, but sometimes it might exclude some of the things that don't really fit. Since, yeah, the sins. Cynical. Trust the self-interest of others above all else. He's also a non-believer. Yeah, I also forgot about this one. That is kind of a secret that has been exposed. Anyways, both of these very acts are like kind of based on religious acts, and since everything else indicates that he really doesn't care too much for Christianity itself and its rules, I doubt that he will like be improvident or flagellant. In this case, he must be strong and resist these impulses. I think it fits pretty much also how he decided recently. So his stress level goes up. And once again, in future decisions, I would definitely roll dice, but here it doesn't make sense. Diametrically opposed. My good companion Alfred had been off with me last few days, each night avoiding my invitation to dine. Today he catches me alone in the room. Livach, I'm sorry, but I have to tell you this as your friend. Your skepticism of God's divine plan, it puts you in a bad stead. Surely you must see it does a Lord no good to behave this way. Oh, now he's really approaching us to the just... makes a lot of sense right now. Surely that's for God to decide, isn't it? Yeah, this is kind of a cynical answer. Surely, okay. Let's agree to disagree. Lighten up. You are right off of the... Well, and in this case, I think I mean, if a friend comes along and tells you this after all these losses, maybe if this would have happened before, then I might have rolled the other event. But in this case, I think I'm just going to roll this one. He might, in these hard times, come to the point where he kind of is not so strict on. He's not a strict, unfaithful man, but let's see. But it's a strong one, and he kind of reacts cynical to it. So surely that's for God to decide, isn't it? We're losing some stress. Is he still our... No, but he's still our friend, so he understands it. But thanks for trying it. Herbal tonic. A couple hours ago I stopped by an herbalist to purchase some herbs. The herbs I bought today should help me stay healthy. Per the herbalist's instructions, I am to drink it daily as a tonic to maintain my health until I run out of it. Hopefully this will help me. Oh, nice. A small boost. This combination of herbs, plants, animal parts, bones and rocks has been verified by learned and verified medical practitioners to be one of the most effective health tonics currently available to most people, rich and poor alike. Disease resistance, small boost, yeah. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Mr. Herbalist. Yeah, we will enjoy these. And yeah, I think this is kind of a positive news by the end of this episode, since we just saw a lot of setbacks and reasons to grieve and get stressed. Yeah, I hope you didn't get stressed and you liked this one. If you did, then please leave me a like and subscription, because this helps me a lot and doesn't cost you anything. And let me know in the comments what you think, how Leverage might react and how it might turn out. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, your Strategy Wolf.